Good morning, beautiful people. It is Friday. Just got my kid dropped off at school. I'm fixing to go work in the yard. My hope is to get some celery that's from last year pulled up and some new lettuce planted, and then hopefully getting my pepper bed weeded. And I've come to realize I'm not very good at doing this, and I want to do this for a couple of reasons, because maybe somebody will find some benefit. And then number two, it's a great digital recording of what it is that I've done, because to be quite frank, I am piss poor at keeping a gardening journal, no matter how many times I tell myself this year is the year I'm going to do it. I just flat out don't. And so to have something done on a regular basis is also helping me keep track of what the hell it is that I've done for the year. And so to give a quick update, here's my potatoes and Swiss chard. I got to figure out what the heck is going on with that Swiss chard, because some of the leaves, see that? Some of the leaves are like yellowing, but really, I can eat Swiss chard now. New crop Swiss chard. I get all worried about like, oh gosh, should I rip out it? I know it's flowering and there's still edible stuff in there. Should I rip it out? Should I rip it out? I'm like, the other plants are babies, and then inevitably this is what happens. Like, all it takes is a couple weeks and boom, I'm able to harvest Swiss chard. I've been harvesting a few collards. I've been harvesting lettuce. And I can also come out here and start harvesting some kale out of the middle row here. So we got some onions that are looking fantastic behind the tomatoes here, of which I also need to come out and prune. And then I've got some more onions and tomatoes here. And then this is broccoli. And it's weird to me how that back end of the row does fantastic. Front end of the row does piss poor. And then same thing with the onions in the same row. So I spread out. I know I was super stoked, and I still am super stoked, but I spread out super compost. I got some more super compost, and as you can see, I've top dressed these beds. I think the plan is to stick some yams in my little square, and then, or sweet potatoes, whatever you want to call them, and then probably a couple pumpkins of sorts in that back corner, and then I don't know what I'm going to grow with these two here. I haven't decided that yet, because I don't journal, I'm terrible at, making plans as well. And I have planted out a few zinnias and other things, which I'm kind of excited about, but I've got more that are growing. I still don't know exactly where I want to stick them all, because whoever knows. I just go, oh, look, there's a spot. Let's put something there. Okay. So this is where I'm hoping to get some stuff done today. Now, can I keep the dog out? Keep the dog out. Oh, here's another fun thing. So these potatoes right here. There's little guys. So a little bloom on those little guys. I didn't plant those. Those be leftovers from last year when I planted potatoes there. I think the theory was last year that I planted them in late winter, super early spring. And I did. And they came up and I harvested them. And obviously, like, what happens is once you plant a potato never stops growing. So this right here, it's a hot mess, this bed. But this is field hot peppers, which they all look pretty good. There's a couple of them that look kind of piss poor, kind of puny. Mostly my Anaheims, now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, a couple of the jalapenos. It's a little section. So I have more super compost. I'll weed it, super compost. I got some minerals I need to put out. Maybe it's just a matter of we were too hot, not enough water. Oh yeah, look at this lettuce. See that lettuce row? And then all my flowering bok choy. Oh, bok choy. It's going to come out. I'm going to have to try to seed some more. If at first you don't succeed, seed it again. And then I'm going to put out some more celery. I got some that's in there and it's growing, but I'm going to have to just plunk in celery. I'll probably just plunk in celery wherever I feel like it, because to be frank, like, it kind of does pretty well everywhere that I've experienced so far. And I know I'm probably wrong, and it probably has optimal growing positions and places and conditions, but I'll just put it wherever I have space. Like over there where I've got some dead broccoli space. I might stick 4 or 5 celery plants in there. Little clusters of celery plants. Up here where I had a collard die, maybe I'll stick some celery plants. Who knows? Anyways, that's the plans, that's the haps. And I'm glad I planted all that stuff out, because it's good for me. And maybe somebody else will find some use. Don't be scared to pull up the flowering greens, because if you get some growing, you're eating them faster than you think.